Hi guys, my name is Vex and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you the Wheel of the Year book tag. Tag was created by the amazing Rhiannon from Crescent Moon Reads. I will leave her original video down below and her channel, which you can go check out because she is phenomenal. I've been following her for quite a while now, and she just brings me so much joy, and she's such an amazing member of the bookish community. So I was not tagged, but the lovely Rhiannon did ask if I could do it, and I of course will do that for her. It's going to be a fabulous one. Questions are quite long though, so I will be holding my laptop up so I can answer them for you guys. Now, the Wheel of the Year book tag is created off like pagan Wiccan witch tradition, so I'm going to be jumping into questions that all relate to their Wheel of the Year. Now, I do not identify as any of these things, but it just seems like a fun time anyway, so I'm going to jump straight in. Question 1 is Imbolc, and that is new beginnings, rebirth, moving into spring. What new to you book series are you anxious to start? Guys, this one has been on my shelf since the beginning of the year basically, and it is Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. Now, this is the first book in a new trilogy, but the 4th book in the Red Rising saga. I believe that's how it goes. And I am so nervous to start this one, which is why I haven't started it yet. Because the Red Rising trilogy always ends on cliffhangers, and I didn't know at this point when the new book was coming out, which has been pushed to next year. So I don't want to read this one and then have to wait a year for the next book, because I'm not going to do that to myself, because I don't like being anxious. I don't know whether I'll leave it until all 3 are out or just until the next one gets released, but I'm excited to read it eventually. Number 2 is Ostara, Perfect Balance. Light coming to defeat the dark, the first day of spring, name a book with a happy ending. And I'm not going to do happy ending, I'm going to do a perfect ending, and I'm not going to tell you about the ending because spoilers, but it is A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I think this had a perfect ending, but I'm not going to tell you what that is because spoilers. But this one follows a guy named Monty and his best friend Percy that are going on their adventure around Europe after they finish school. Before Monty has to settle down and run his dad's estate, they go on a little adventure with Monty's sister Felicity, and they end up in some trouble, but a lot goes on in this and it's just amazing. And the ending, she's a perfect one, so definitely pick this one up. It's such a happy and fun read, so hopefully you love it as much as I did. Number 3 is Beltane, Vitality and Fertility, the peak of spring heading into summer. It is a time for passion and love. Name your favorite passionate couple, canon or not. And the only couple I could think of that were like hectic passionate, Feyre and Rhysand from A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. They are very passionate. They are one of my favorite OTPs. They are just goals. I just love their chemistry and I just love everything about them. Of course, Rhysand is bae, so I'm gonna love anyone he's coupled up with because yes. Number 4 is Litha, I believe. Longest Day. The sun is in full power, life is full, and it is time to celebrate before we begin the descent into the dark of the wheel. What book or character makes you feel most ready to party? I have no idea. I'm just gonna have to go with A Court of Mist and Fury again because I don't really know. I don't really know many characters that are like ready to party. Starfall in this is a party that I would like to join, so I'm definitely gonna go with A Court of Mist and Fury again. Number 5 is Lammas, First Harvest. Moving into autumn, the first grain is harvested. What tasty treat in a book would you love to be able to pull from the pages to eat? And for me, this one is a treat in Heartless by Marissa Meyer. The first sentence literally reads, 3 luscious lemon tarts glistened up at Catherine. Yes, lemon tarts, bring them on. Just a huge foodie too, so you know, I'd like to try like all the treats, but definitely the lemon tarts. Number 6 is Marbon, Perfect Balance. Dark coming in to defeat light. The first day of autumn, a time of reflection on the year's fruition. What is a project you are proud of that you have recently made progress in? For me, this is a project that you won't get to see until next month, and that is my mid-year catch-up collab volume 2. I will leave volume 1 up above so you can go check it out, what it's going to be like, but it's basically I bring together different booktubers and we talk about our favorites, our favorite books, our least favorite books, and what we're highly anticipating for the next half of the year. I'm definitely excited about that one. I've made progress. I've sent out all the emails and I've started mashing together everybody's answers that have sent them through to me, and I'm really excited about this one. This is a project that I love doing every year. I just think it's a really good catch up for everybody and to see what everyone else is loving so far. Number 7 is Sam Hain, All Souls Night. The point of death in the wheel. The boundary between worlds is thinnest. Time to honor ancestors. Name a book that represents your ethnic heritage, or if you have not read one yet, say what ethnic ancestry you'd like to see in a book. This one I find a really hard one to talk about, and it's basically because I consider myself an Australian. I consider that my heritage. No, my ancestors were not the original owners of the land. Some stage, I believe my family came from England and Ireland, but I couldn't even tell you who they were in my family because it's quite a far way back. I was born here. This is the only land I know. This is a country I love. And although I'm not the original owner of the land, I consider myself 100% Australian. For me, I'm picking a book that I have read in school, which is mandatory reading mostly in Australia, and it's set in Australia, and that is Tomorrow When the War Began by John Marsden. This was a favourite of mine when I was young. I don't think I appreciated it as much as I would now, but this is definitely one of my favourites, and it's all about Australians, so yes. And our last question is number 8, and that is Yule, Deepest Dark. Darkness is in peak and we wait for the light to return. What book dealt with a very heavy topic but ultimately relayed a message of hope? I know this book straight away. I didn't even need to think about it. It is 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews. This book deals with a lot of difficult topics. There is quite a trigger warning for family violence, for child abuse, for thoughts of self-harm. It was a beautiful story. It broke me. But it was a beautiful story and it did relay a message of hope. So I definitely think you should pick this one up if that's a thing that interests you. It's contemporary, so I was stepping outside of my comfort zone, but I'm so glad I did. And that's it from me today, guys. That is the Wheel of the Year book tag, and thank you so much to the lovely Rhiannon for asking me to do this one. I had such a good time and the questions were really interesting. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more and have not already, and chat to me down in the comments. Let me know what book or series you are really anxious to start, because I would love to hear if people are holding off on reading books like I am holding off reading Iron Gold. That's it from me today, guys. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you in a new one. Bye!